Alright, what is up, y'all? We are here today for PASL Pokemon All-Stars League Quarterfinals versus Jack and her Lunchable Lycanrocs. She actually took over this team like halfway through the season. A guy quit. If you remember Simon, he quit, and he hadn't won a single game. I don't think. Maybe he won like one game, but anyways, he was doing poorly. And she actually took the team, and then I think won most of her games and made it to playoffs. So obviously a force to be reckoned with over here. And again, this was a little while ago, so I don't remember the team exactly, but we'll do our best to kind of figure out what she's got going on. You can see my team here. She has Manaphy, Bisharp, zardx, Crobat, Krook, Azelf, Feraligatr, Blastoise, Galvantula, Buffalant, Sceptile, and Toxicroak. Now, looking at that team and looking at Coco, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. A fourth of her team is weak to electric. Charizard is obviously weak to electric before it Mega Evolves. Krook is not weak to electric, but it is weak to fairy. And it's just looking like a great Pokemon versus her team. Like, honestly, Taunt, Roost, 2 attacks just fucks her right in the dick. And the Farium Z is going to be very good for just blowing something away, basically. I believe I didn't, man. Okay, so here's my thing, right? So speed ties. Every single time I fucking like go against in a situation like this where I have Coco and she has Crobat, both base 130. So what you do is you just go Jolly or Timid max, right? I always fucking do that, and I always lose the goddamn speed tie anyway, so I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna put a little bit of bulk on this Coco, and just a little bit, just a little 80 EVs, you know? And I'm just gonna speed creep the Azelf, so fuck it. So that's what I did, and that's what happened, and it may or may not bite me in the dick, so we'll see. Then we have, Scarf Kartana. That's just the best fucking... Damn it, I love Scarf Kartana. I love any kind of Kartana, but Scarf Kartana, there'll always be a special place in my heart for Scarf Kartana. Leaf Blade, Defog, Sacred Sword, Psycho Cut. Looking at her team, not a lot of stuff wants to switch into that triple combination of coverage there, and then I just got Defog just because she does have the possibility of webs, as well as rocks, and ain't nobody trying to, deal with that, especially when I got a Dragonite on my team. I do not want to be fucking with rocks. But yeah, Kartana can pretty much just clean up late game. Again, looking at the team and looking at Kartana, Manaphy, Crocodile, Feraligatr, Blastoise. None of those things want to switch into grass type attacks. And then I do have the fighting, for stuff like Buffalant, Crocodile, Bisharp. It's just going to be all around good time, I think. It's going to be fun. And then we got the Psycho Cut there as well, because they do have a lot of psychic types. So stuff like, Toxicroak, stuff like Crobat can all get taken down by that. Then we have Raccoon here, which is just Draconium Z. It's just kind of a standard Outrage with Draconium and then Earthquake. Just DD's up, basically. Also have 80 EVs and HP on this guy. It just DD's up, and it starts fucking shit up, basically. I believe this, if I remember correctly, this HP investment, even though I just sped crept something. I sped crept something, I don't fucking remember what, but that basically gave me the EVs I needed to live a +1 Dragon Claw from Charizard, and that was perfect. That was something like that, would be exactly what I needed to do with the multi-scale and keeping rocks off the field and whatnot. Then we got P on it, okay, so just real quick, PSL has made me fucking love Jellicent. I never drafted it before. I was always like, man, I don't know if I want my, bulky water to be weak to knock and stuff like that. But Jellicent's a great fucking Pokemon, man. It's so bulky. Oh, man. And even though I have been running Cobra on it most weeks, which you kind of have to in some scenarios, it's still been putting in mad work. It's a great Pokemon. Try it out. If you haven't ever drafted Jellicent, try that shit out. It's gonna do good for you. But yeah, we got Jellicent, which is just Willow, Recover, Scald, Taunt. Taunt is a bit of a theme on this team. They have a lot of stuff that I would like to taunt. They have a lot of stuff that I don't want setting up in my face. And if I can do that, then that'll be all fine and dandy. So basically, if I'm in versus Manaphy, I might just have to taunt it so it doesn't get to like +6 on me. I can only get a +3. Because then I think I will die to an Energy Ball, but then I'm able to revenge it with stuff and not get completely blown away. But yeah, Jellicent's just a good Pokemon. I like it. It's fun. Then we got the Akaberry Bowl of Oatmeal here, my Mamoswine, and Mamoswine is looking like it wants to put in some work in this game too, because Stealth Rock, EQ, Ice Shard, Icicle Crash just puts in fantastic work on the team versus her team. I got the Akaberry there because Charizard was looking a little scary, so I wanted to have at least one thing I can kind of keep healthy and just, you know, eat the Flare Blitz even at +1 and then fire back with an Earthquake. If it is bulky Zard, Earthquake actually doesn't kill, but I got Ice Shard to be able to pick it off afterwards. Ice Shard, speaking of, is really fucking good versus them with stuff like Krook, stuff like Crobat. Krook is Scarf, it can put in a lot of work. When you have a Tapu Koko, you see a lot of Scarf ground types, so that's the thing. I ran Shuka like the entire fucking season on Koko because everybody was bringing their Scarf ground types or Scarf things that Scarf strong things with ground coverage. But so we got Akaberry. You know, it's we do miss out on like a boosting item, but we don't really need it. Mamoswine is a fucking strong boy. He didn't care. And then last but not least, we have the Infernape here, Carrot Cake, with the Expert Belt, Iron Fist, Mach Punch, Earthquake, U-Turn, Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch to take advantage of that electric terrain, so stuff like Crobat doesn't want to switch in on me, even though I probably didn't want to take a Flare Blitz, but the terrain boosted Thunder Punch actually does quite a bit to Manaphy, so I can at least stop that thing from doing too much damage to me, you know? But yeah. Earthquake is just good neutral coverage. It's most things on the team. And then actually just realized the only stab I have on this Pokemon is Mach Punch. That's kind of bad. But another thing, I know I mentioned it last time, but I don't believe I did here. These playoffs are 2 out of 3, so it's a lot of mind games, and it's a lot of keeping things until the second game, and I don't know, it's weird, man. I've never done this before, so I was just trying to do what I thought would help, which was bringing Double Z, so we got Double Z on this and this, and then basically just, it's an Infernape, you know, so we get this fucking mad coverage, so I just wanted to bring E-Belt, coverage move, Infernape, to just kind of tie the team together and kind of be able to beat any combination of things that she could bring, so yeah, hopefully it all works out. Let's jump into game 1. So as you can see, oh my god, as you can see, I'm combining shit, like accidentally, good god. Charizard X, Crobat, Krook, Azelf, Galvantula, and Toxicroak. So, once again, Kartana is looking great late game. I am Scarfed, and I can kind of just lock into a move depending on what her remaining Pokemon are and just go. But to lead off with, I'm just going to lead off with Koko, although it is unfortunate that she has a Galvantula, which is a likely lead. I decided, fuck it, we're leading with Koko anyways. So, she leads with a Crobat. Now, if you remember, we had this whole talk about how I always lose the speed ties anyways, so I'm not max speed, but I have bulk, and the bulk allows me to live any hit from this thing, unless she is Choice Banded, or Life Orb, or some kind of crazy boosting item, like even Expert Belt I don't believe kills me, but yeah, so she just goes right for the Cross Poison, and kills the fuck out of me. That is a Choice Banded Crobat. That fucking sucks. And I actually clicked Mamoswine so fast because I was like, give me rocks now, that I probably should have gone into Kartana and then, you know, either made a double or just attacked from there. But I'm stupid, so fuck me, right? And so I just go to Mamoswine. Luckily, she does switch out, which allows me to get up my Stealth Rocks. And now I'm intimidated, but I don't really care because I'm still a Mamoswine. So he knocks off the Akka and takes the Icicle Crash, which does a fuckload, even at -1. The knockoff crits me, which is unfortunate, but it's not like I was going to live much anyways. But the Ice Shard is actually able to take out the Chomper there. And now she goes into Crobat. So this is weird, because I know for a fact she's Choice Banded. So if Crobat wants to go for the Brave Bird, that gives me switch-ins to stuff. If he wants to go for Cross Poison or U-Turn, I'm just going to stay in and I'm going to click Icicle Shard. What the fuck am I saying? I'm going to click Icicle Crash, and she actually just goes for the Defog. So she is banded into Defog, and actually don't kill there, which is great, because now that she's banded into Defog, I can go for my rocks again, and that thing is dead upon re-entry. So now Charizard does come in, and it narrowly avoids hitting those fucking rocks, but Oh, also, well, one thing I should mention. Yeah, turn 7. The server is restarting soon. Please finish your battles quickly. No new battles can be started until the server resets in a few minutes. And we were like, what the fuck? So, like, I didn't notice this all at first. I just thought she turned the timer on, and I was like, that's kind of fucking rude. Halfway through the battle, like, I'm not even taking very long, and this is the playoffs, so like, I am calking. But, anyways, the Charizard just destroys my my Mamo, so unfortingtons. But now we have our Dragonite in, so she's going to go to +1. I'm also going to get to +1. I lived this if she didn't have Outrage. She just goes for the Dragon Claw, thank fuck, and I can just go for the Draco. I didn't want to lock myself into Outrage just yet, so we do just hit him with that that Z move. Now, Zelda, the Azelf, comes in, and if it was built, like, I don't want to say correctly, but if it had any amount of bulk in it, it had a chance to live this +1 extreme speed, because I'm just jolly. So I just go for the Outrage just to make sure we knock that thing out. And she's going to actually make a great play here and double into the the tactical sack, so that I get my confusion. Now, what I'm predicting here, she goes in. She's got 2 mons left. This is GG already, but I'm just trying not to choke at this point, basically. So, yeah, Raccoon can just I can attack here, but she can take me out with a Sucker Punch. So I'm gonna go for the extreme speed actually, and do a fuckload. I was hoping that it would make the Sucker Punch fail, but it just goes for the knock, makes the good play. So now I'm in with young Kakarot here, and I don't actually have a fire move, but we can just Mach Punch, take this guy out, and then the spider will come in, take rocks, which is nice, and I can actually hit it with an Earthquake after a Life Orb Thunder does so goddamn much to me. Like, holy shit. Mach Punch takes it out, though. We win the first one 3-0. So, this was fucking dumb, because now the server has to restart. So, you know, usually you would play them right after each other, you're still in the game. We had to wait, I don't remember exactly how long, but it was long enough to where I had already started doing something else, and then we had to come back, and it was just fucking annoying, you know? But here we are with game 2, obviously same teams, and last game I revealed my my Z move on Dragonite, so this time I'm gonna try to play around trying to get some kills with Coco's Z move. So, she leads Azelf this time, which I can assume to just be Focus Sash, and rather than leading with Coco, I'm going to lead with Mamo. So I do have a little bit of bulk on Mamo, and I can actually just go for the Icicle Crash, take down Azelf really, really low, and pick it off with the Ice Shard potentially on the next go. So, also, one thing I should mention that's not the same username, because I think since that whole server restart bullshit happened, it fucked up the replay. So the replay does this weird thing where it does the move, and it does the move animation and the move text 5 times every turn. It was super fucking annoying to record. It was not even worth trying. Yeah, we're not gonna do all that. So it was a quick battle. Spoilers. So I just went ahead and recreated the battle with one of my alts real quick. Took a couple minutes, but we knocked it out. But yeah, so I just pick off Azelf with an Ice Shard. I kind of agree with just sacking the Azelf, even though you didn't end up getting rocks up, which is unfort, but if I would have just clicked another ice move, or if I would have just clicked Earthquake or something, just, you know, kind of predicting, she could have easily lost another mon, and this is the playoffs. She's already lost 1 game. It's not time to be, you know, playing ballsy. I think she has to kind of go by the book on this one. So I just switch out, go right into my Tapu Koko. We'll just give this guy some electric terrain, you know. And she's actually, you know, we actually saw she's Life Orb, but she's Life Orb Giga Drain. So I take a little bit of health, and here I figured Dazzling Gleam wasn't going to kill the spider, and she had other stuff she could go into, predicting an electric attack from, or not an electric attack, but just predicting a general attack, maybe a taunt, maybe a Nature's Madness or something like that. Yeah, so I just throw off my Z move. And we Twinkle Tackle. We push that Crocodile right on out of the game. So now we're in with Coco versus Charizard, and this is a situation I am prepared for. So it's gonna try to do, you know, just Charizard X things, and I'm gonna taunt that motherfucker. So you can't, nope, none of that. So one thing I don't think I realized in the calc was that Thunderbolt and Dazzling Gleam actually do a really similar amount to Charizard. So I probably should have clicked Thunderbolt there, but I thought she would just stay in and like go for Flare Blitz. So I just went for the Gleam. And now Crobat gets in for 21% of its health, and we know it's banded, Well, now I know it's banded, so she knows that I know it's banded, so she can just go for a U-turn here pretty easily, and catch my Kartana coming in to catch the my Kartana or the Jellison, I guess, coming in to either resist or be immune to the poison type attack. So actually just stay in with Coco. I'm a man. We just stay right in with Coco and go for the Dazzling Gleam, expecting the Charizard to want to come back in. So we do a solid almost half to that guy. Taunt him one more time, and he can't go for Dragon Dance. One thing in the actual battle, she tried to go for Roost there, but I forgot to put Roost on there in the recreation, and I already recreated it like 3 times because crits and rolls and shit like that. So yeah, she tried to Roost there, but I only had Dragon Dance on the set that I recreated. So I get a little bit more chip off on that, and she actually does just go for the Flare Blitz on this turn and knock herself out and me out. So we're actually sitting pretty nice here because, like we said, Kartana has the Psycho Cut. Crobat has put himself in range of that, knowing that it is offensive. It probably didn't have very much bulk, and Psycho Cut did like, I want to say like 90 min. So it, with the Dazzling Gleam damage, god damage, it put itself in range of the Psycho Cut. So I can kill this and get the Beast Boost, so that way it guaranteed kills the Spider. But she actually goes into the Toxicroak, I guess. I guess she kind of just had to play for my choke there because Sucker Punch was only doing around half. I do have a little bit of bulk, as usual. So I guess she kind of just had to predict me to choke and switch out, and she might have like SD'd or something. Honestly, that's probably the only play. But yep, Scarf Kartana's Psycho Cut does take out the Galvantula, and that's our first 2 out of 3 VGC style bullshit we're doing, but we do win 5-0 on their second game. So we take the first series in 2 games, and honestly, I'm hyped. It was crazy. Good games to Jack. It was fucking stupid. We had to deal with the disconnection and stuff, and I feel like we were both kind of out of the game on the second one. Like, I don't know, neither of us really like tried as hard or made that many plays or anything. Like, I was kind of just like, fuck it, I'm staying in this whole game. So yeah, but it was a good game. It was a lot of fun, and it's definitely a new experience for me doing stuff 2 out of 3. Kind of made me think differently, which was actually, I'm not even gonna lie, it was kind of fun being able to build teams a little differently. But it was super annoying because that's been my whole thing this season, is just bringing heat shit and getting to work. You know, Natural Gift Cloister. I brought fucking Vacuum Wave Kartana. That didn't happen, but it was on the set. There's a couple other things. Special fucking Dragon Dance, Dragonite for the bluff. I don't know, there's been a freeze drive Mamo on multiple occasions, but you know, I've just been trying to bring like heat shit that'll catch people off guard, and the whole best 2 out of 3 thing really kind of fucks that, so oh well. But yep, that is going to be the first round of playoffs for PASL. Go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, do all that bullshit, and I'll be posting the semifinals match versus, I believe it was Jake, I think. No, Zach. I don't know, man. Versus somebody. We'll figure. You'll see it in the title of the next one. But yep. Bye forever.